Alright guys, I have started this video I don't know how many times. I'm having technical difficulties and just positioning issues. You guys are currently on my iPad, so let's hope it works out well. My iPhone is not working for whatever reason for recording videos, so that stinks, but what can you do? Anyways, where have we been? Why hasn't Kira been making videos lately? And I know some people have been, sending me messages like, hey, where's the videos? We had just put everything on hold. We put all of the big projects, except for like one, which I'll tell you about, all of the big projects kind of on hold. We've thinned out, some of our critters a little bit. Just the holidays and everything. One reason I haven't been on here much is because I was trying to get a lot of my leather work orders done. I feel like it has dragged on excruciatingly long. Everything that could go wrong has gone wrong. Nothing has been easy. Everything has been a struggle. Every time I think I'm finishing something, I realize I don't have what I need to do it. It's just been a cluster, you know what. Another reason that has taken so long is because Jeff's been really busy with his plumbing business, and so I've actually been going with him to help out. He needs help, and sometimes these days help is hard to come by. So the boys will help him, I will help him, he has a friend that will help him once in a while. So I've been going with him a lot, which takes my time away from the farm, which is not ideal, but it's what needs to be done. But the biggest reason is because I have just become a bit complacent. I've become a little stagnant, and I guess that's because we decided that we are moving. And this may come to as a shock to a lot of you guys. And honestly, me saying it out loud finally to you guys it's a big deal. We have entertained over many years the thought of moving, but it just never seemed right. I was always uncomfortable with it. This piece of property was originally part of my grandparents' 116 acres that I pretty much grew up on. So I wanted to hold on to it for emotional reasons, and because it is beautiful out here and it is the epitome of peace. There's just not a lot of traffic. We live on a one-lane, basically dirt road. There's not much out here. There's not a lot of neighbors. It's peaceful and it's beautiful and it's serene. But we are growing our homestead, and we have just outgrown this place. And as sad as it is true. We have 10.5 acres, and half of it is pretty much wooded. And there's like a gully in the woods, so some of that wouldn't even be usable if we did clear it. And we want to grow our cow herd. We have a lot of plans. We plan to purchase some Highland heifers next year that we can breed on our good Highland bull calf that we bought this year. And so, this property is not really conducive for all of that. We have been extraordinarily lucky that we could graze our cows on the neighbor's property. But that's not always ideal. We would like to be able to have enough acreage here that if something happens, we can bring them back here and pasture them, and it'd be great. So they are wintering in the section that you saw us clear earlier this year, which has worked out fantastic. But, we would just love to have a bit more acreage. And who wouldn't? And who wouldn't? Because the fact of the matter is, once you get into homesteading, you find a way to maximize every little inch of your property until you go, I really wish I had more room so I could do X, Y, and Z. I really wish I had more room so I could have bigger high tunnels and more in-ground gardening space and more cattle and, just all the things. And so when you dream big and you work real hard to make those dreams come true, you realize that sometimes you need to dream even bigger, and those dreams mean more land. So, have we found our forever property? I don't know. That remains to be seen. I promise you guys, as soon as we know that we've found our forever property, we will definitely let you know. We are looking for basically vacant land, more or less. You know, we're looking for the acreage, not so much the structures that are on it. So whatever property we find, sure that the content is going to be very exciting, because we're going to be videotaping the entire process of homestead design and layout, probably clearing and fencing and building things and doing all of it. And I'm really, really excited for the journey. We finally got this place established pretty much the way that we want it, only to realize that it's just too small. You know, we are aspiring to do bigger things, especially now that, you know, we're getting into haying and everything like that. You know, and we're absolutely so lucky that we have the neighbors that have let us do hay down there. But one thing that I find is a main feature to all of our hay things is that we always have problems. We always have breakdowns. We always have stuff break and fail in the field. And until we get those things worked out, it would certainly be a lot nicer to fail on our own property than fail somewhere else. And then, you know, it's just a wreck. So hopefully, you know, we could get all that stuff worked out. And who knows, maybe we will still be able to utilize some of the property that we've been utilizing in the past. So we don't know exactly what the future holds. All we do know is for a fact that we have set our sights on moving. At the beginning of the year, we will be listing our homestead, more than likely, as available. Like I said, we have about 10.5 acres, just a little shy of that. Half of it's wooded. We have a 5-bedroom, 2-bathroom home with 2 new furnaces and 2 new central airs, new water tank. The fun new feature that we did do, the fun project, I didn't record any of it, but we put in a rainwater collection system underground. So the gutter system on the house actually goes to a 1,000-gallon holding tank that we installed under the ground. We have to put the finishing touches on that, so it'll have, you know, a pump, and it will just directly go right to the house. So all you have to do is flip a breaker, and that tank is activated to be used just like the wells. We have 2 water wells, and so it's just a really nice thing to have, because, you know, say the electricity goes out or whatnot, you have no electric in your deep well pump, you have a holding tank right there that you can access. It's also conveniently located to the garden spaces, so that it would actually not put any demand on your water wells to use for watering your gardens, which is really great. You know, when you're thinking about homestead things, most of the thought process is backups for backups for backups, and water is one key feature to have on your homestead. It's very important. It's vital for life, obviously. So having the addition of that 1,000-gallon rainwater collection, and it's underground, so no worry about algae growth or anything like that. You know, it's just a nice feature to have. So we installed that. It just needs the finishing touches, you know, the pump put in and the electric run into the breaker panel. But yeah, that's done. So this place is going to be perfect for the beginning homesteader, or the person that's been homesteading for a really long time, farming for a really long time, and they decided they wanted to downsize. This place is fantastic for all of that. Now, I will say that it is very bittersweet. You know, this piece of property belonged to my grandparents, and you know, I have such very fond memories of their farm and growing up there, and that's where I got my love of farming from. But, you know, nothing is the same as it was. And I think sometimes people hang on to things. But for me, it's been quite a few years where I've become very detached. It's not the same as it was, and never will be, and it can't, you know. But, yeah, so it will be bittersweet to leave this property. You know, Harley and Chase, this is the only home they've ever known. Pretty much Cody, too, because he was just a baby when we moved here. So, you know, it's you know, we built it. It was nothing but a hayfield when we moved here. And our vision has changed many times over. But I feel like this property has finally reached its potential, and we're ready to hand it off. And hopefully it will serve somebody else very, very well for their future as well. And that's exciting to me. I'm exciting that we've established something that somebody can just move in and take off and hit the ground running. And I'm also really excited for the next adventure where I can establish another homestead. And I've learned so much over these past, few years that we've been dealing with all the animals. And so I'm really excited to take that knowledge and apply it to a blank slate, and see where it takes us. I'm hoping that I can glean some input and some knowledge from people that, are maybe in the area, that farm, that have systems in place. I've already been talking to a couple people that, have a lot of good input, and those are things that I want to take into consideration, because when I build a barn, I want that barn to service us properly for the rest of forever. I don't want to keep moving. I'm getting too old for this. But this, whatever the next place is, wherever it may be, that's it for us. That's home. That's home for the rest of forever. So, I want to build things right, and I want to build things once, and I want to just enjoy it. So, with all that said, I hope that you guys enjoy this video. I'm going to go grab some footage of the new Highland bull, because you guys haven't really met him yet, and I'm going to fill that in, probably at the beginning and the end, just because he's so adorable. And I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving, and make sure that you stay tuned, like and subscribe, because I promise now that the cat's out of the bag, we'll get back to content. I have so much to catch you guys up on. I just wasn't really motivated. I just didn't have it in me, and I didn't want to feel forced to come on here and make videos when I knew in the back of my head that I had information that I just couldn't share with you. So I am telling you guys now, we are moving. I don't know where, I don't know when. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. You guys will find out soon enough, I'm sure. And I'll make sure that I record all the things in the in-between. So you guys have a great day. We'll talk to you in the next one. Bye. There you are. Hi, Hazelnut Rebel. You coming to say hi? I know you are, Nut. Oh. I know you are. Yeah. Rebel. You gonna come say hi? Oh, sun glare. There you are, handsome boys.